Stephen, before we come on to the game, as what we usually do, we'll start obviously with Cameron Stewart's the more important news. Obviously, I suppose it was a shock to everyone, the news that came through, but thankfully that he's in a stable condition presently. What can you tell us, sort of from your point of view, of Cameron's situation?
Yeah, no, I had a good conversation with Cameron yesterday on the phone, and he was great. He was bright. He was chatting. He was through the operation that he had to go through on the early hours of Tuesday morning. So these things come as a big shock when you hear of a young player, a young person who gets a little bleed hemorrhage to the brain, and when you start talking about the brain, it's always very worrying, of course, and we were terribly worried about it. I spoke with his father as well straight away to find out everything about it, but it's very good news. He's feeling upbeat. He's feeling positive. The surgeons have said to him that he's very young and strong and healthy, and he'll fight his way through all of this here. There just has to be precautions, necessary precautions over the next sort of 5, 6, 7 days, and if everything goes well, he'll be released from hospital and back among us. So look, our thoughts and prayers are with the family, and and Cameron, of course, and we're very, very hopeful of that this will be 100% fine in the coming days.
I'm sure his teammates, had Cameron in their thoughts as they went out on the pitch today and put on a performance that he should be very proud of there.
Well, definitely, it was Cameron's type of day. We had to defend the ball here, stoutly and exceptionally well, and we did that. I was so pleased with this team today, how hard they battled and give Glentoran very little in this football match. And the two chances that we created in the last 5 or 10 minutes of the football match might have taken the game away and given us 3 points. But we'll be very pleased with the effort, and I'm sure Cameron, listening on the radio, will be pleased. As I say, he's up and he's bright, and he's in good form, and I'm sure he'll be excited about that point today.
We lost Joe Crow sort of earlier into the game. It feels like we maybe have a water and wounded sort of contingent almost in the change room at the minute. Is there an update on Joe?
Well, look, Joe last week took a really bad bang. I think it was maybe young McCartan fell on him with his knees right on his rib cage, and he didn't train all week. But we'd lost Luke McCulloch with a calf strain in the game as well, and he was never going to play today. So it was a needs must situation, and as ever he puts his hand up and says, "I'll give it a go," and he wasn't fit to play, but he gave it a go. But when you start running about, can't get air in the lungs, and that rib cage is bruised, that's a tough ask, and he couldn't make it through. But credit Albert Watson, my word, hasn't played for 3 or 4 months and comes on there and throws himself about like a young boy, and what an effort he gave. So you have to be pleased and very proud of these boys who went toe-to-toe with a very strong full-time Glentoran team, and there was no difference between them. I was exceptionally pleased, and thought David Coustley captained the team today superbly well, and in Caelan O'Malley we saw a man of the match performance. So lots of great team performances out there today from all of the players, and bringing a big point back home, given that Loughgall, I think, got a point at Seaview today.
Thank you, Stephen.
Thank you, boys.